One of my little side collecting missions I've put for myself is to try to get every version of Monopoly in video game form imaginable. While there are some notable ones I'd love to review, like Monopoly SpongeBob, Monopoly Tycoon, and many others, today I'll talk about one of the only ways to play Monopoly on the DS, and also compare it to the PS2 version, the one made by EA. I called this a review and comparison because it's more of me reviewing what's different, because I'm sure you all know how to play Monopoly. If you don't, look up a rulebook, or just get any version on consoles. The game looks like a DS game using 2D sprites might have done, but it's not the most impressive graphics on the DS. The DS can render 3D, and do higher quality than the Game Boy Advance, but this looks almost like the same as a Game Boy Advance. That could be how I viewed it through the emulator, but it gets the job done. For Monopoly standards anyways. The music is only one track, a more generic piece, but it's not like the DS can't handle more than one music track at a time, so why would they only have one?
Well, with this being EA, they'll charge $2 to get another track that has a 50% chance of playing along with the original one. EA, you suck.
This is where I really start comparing the PS2 and DS versions, because there's huge differences between the two in gameplay. A big difference and drawback from the DS version I can obviously see not being there on here due to technical limitations is the richest mode from the PS2. That's for another review though, because it would take too long to explain. One thing I saw that the DS could do better than the PS2 is the speed of the game. Even if you use skips all the time on the PS2 version, the Monopoly man still has the nerve to need to talk to you every time you do something, which is slow.
It looks like we're in for a golden game. Time to take the board. A utility monopoly. Hope you've got deep pockets. Landing on another player's property means you have to pay rent. The more expensive the property, the higher the rent.
With the DS version, if the copy has never been used, there may be a few dialogues you can skip for tutorial stuff, but other than that, you aren't hindered by the Monopoly Man announcing everything. One thing I don't like about the DS version when it comes to speed is that if you hold the touchscreen, it will only move you faster. It won't skip anything. It's still fast though, so I won't say it's a game breaker. One final difference that would be a crime not to include in a Monopoly game is the hot seat multiplayer. It's here in all its glory, and since it's there, you can have a friend play with you right next to you. Download play with 2 carts is an option as well, but seeing as the game is a little expensive, even for a Monopoly game, but not by much, I think hot seat would be the more viable option. So, is the DS version that's worth around $15 for a complete copy worth it compared to the PS2 version? If you can handle the compromises, like not hearing that sexy voice of Monopoly Man just to hear him say, "Free parking is, well, free!" every time you land on a free parking space, it's more than worth it to get the portable version. It all fits the on-the-go style perfectly. You can speed through it, and any game you're playing will be auto-saved. And hey, if you like this comparison between the PS2 and DS version, maybe you guys can tell me what version to do next? But hey, that's been all from me. Level reviews, I guess. Not changing my name, but stay cool, peeps. And yeah, those last 2 sentences were unscripted.
Level, you scrub lord? I thought you'd do Alien Hominid on the GBA next.
Yeah, I hinted it. I didn't say I would. Besides, that was before the Steam controller review. Stuff changes.
Well, when you gonna do it, you cancer?
I don't know. I was maybe gonna review this Japanese exclusive on the GBA called Beast Shooter. That's apparently a Doom clone.
You scrub, don't change the question.
Okay, I might. But who knows? I might find something more interesting than that. I'll get to it when I do. You freaking idiot.
I wonder what's going to happen